Guys, it looks like Gadget is now in the room.
Hello, Watts. How we going?
What's up, bro? How you doing, bro? I can't complain. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Is my audio all good? Sounding all clear?
Yeah, yeah, you sound great, dog.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so first things first, man, just like how are you doing with everything that's going on?
Man, all right. It's been a pretty crazy time. For those that don't know, Andrew and Tristan Tate have filed a lawsuit against me and a bunch of other people from Twitter mostly. And in my opinion, it's just as the dumbest lawsuit I've ever seen. Maybe only compared to only closely followed maybe by some of the Tate's other lawsuits that they're filing at the moment.
Yep.
So yeah, but it's been crazy. I suspect part of this has been trying to silence me and others criticizing them, and instead, myself and Nathan Livingston went on 60 Minutes Australia to talk about all of this, and it's had quite the opposite effect.
Right, right, right. And real quick, before I even say anything else, first of all, let me just say I appreciate you, bro, because guys, if you don't know, Gadget and I have been in contact for quite some time now. Whenever something happened, when there were updates, Gadget would always hit me up and say, bro, look at X, Y, and Z. So I just wanted to say thank you, bro. Like, I really do appreciate it. And I appreciate the work that you've been doing as well. Um, I just this entire situation actually it still irritated me to this day because the things that you talk about, the things that you report on, it's just that it's you reporting. Like you're not making anything up out of thin air. Like you didn't come up with this stuff yourself. So it's just very ironic for somebody to claim that they're for free speech to totally just try to silence you just because they're saying things that they don't like, even though it's the truth.
Yeah, man. And if anyone reads the lawsuit, which it's attached to the crowdfund that we've got going, if anyone wants to read the lawsuit, I've got a PDF of it on there. So that really gives an idea because they've put a list of defamation that they've attributed towards each defendant, and it's the most embarrassing shit you've ever seen. There's I've sent a few to you. I think you might have played them on stream once. There's one that's a tweet I did of it's a video of Andrew on like an old back when he was still pimping, like close to a decade ago, probably old podcast.
Right.
And the caption I have is Andrew Tate. I'll try to make sure I censor myself for YouTube for you.
Of
But
course.
Andrew Tate brags about being a PI MP
Mm-hmm.
who used to take all the girls' money. And there's a video of Andrew saying, "Back when I was a P, I used to make the girls do things I don't want to do and take all their money." It's like a video, it's like word for word what he said.
And I think I get this from my job. So when I'll say pimping because it was webcam, but it was essentially what it was. When I was pimping, you'd pick up a girl, but if you get a high value asset, like a girl, because that's what a beautiful woman is. A beautiful woman's a high value asset. It's like having a Ferrari. You walk down the street with a beautiful woman, it's like driving a Lambo. Everyone's staring at you.
Yeah.
So if you pick up a high value asset, in the pimp game, you need to learn how to control her and retain her. You need to make her do as you say, and you have to keep her. Yeah. You have to keep her regardless, in spite of the fact that you cheat, you're busy, you take all her money, you make her do something she doesn't want to do, and she still has to stay with you. So to me, that's what the game was.
And they've got that listed in a lawsuit as defamation. So that's kind of what we're dealing with. It's just embarrassing stuff. Like one of the ladies that they've attached to the lawsuit, it's just a tiny Twitter account that they don't like talking about them, whatever.
Right.
That they've quote tweeted like a tweet of someone just making fun of Andrew for being bald, just with some laugh emojis, and they've just attached that to the lawsuit.
Are you serious?
So yeah, man, yeah. I'll have to dig that up and get it to you to show some stage. It's funny stuff.
Jeez.
All you can do is laugh.
Yes. Okay. So the thing about defamation, right? Defamation are some of the hardest cases to win, to my understanding, because you have to prove some sort of malice. And at this point, it's quite evident that Tristan and Andrew, they don't think that they can win this. It just seems like they just want to drain you guys of money, essentially.
Look, in my opinion, and I need to stress that in case their lawyers,
True.
Joseph and Thomas, in case you're listening, this is just my opinion. But I believe that's the case, that they don't think they have a possible chance of actually winning this lawsuit. It's just to harass us, intimidate us, financially drain us. To me, it just shows in the effort that they've gone in to put it together. Like, I'm still listed as Jack Doe, like I'm some anonymous person, when I've, for the last 2 years since 2023, been using my full name in newspaper articles, in interviews, talking about this. Like, just a quick Google search, anyone can find who I am.
Of course.
And they're listing me as some anonymous person who's trying to hide my identity from them. It's ridiculous.
Jesus Christ. Okay. So let me ask you something. So you going forward now, how does this affect your reporting? Are you more conscientious about what you post? Do you think twice before you post something, or are you trying to avoid just a lot of content behind like Andrew and Tristan Tate, or you're still moving forward?
So, and I can only speak for myself with this stuff, because as much as they want to think we're all are trying to say that we're some conspiracy that are working together, we're all individual people.
Wow.
So speaking for myself personally, I'm not really changing anything, because I feel like I've already been being very careful and being very trying to be as responsible as I can, even though it's just in the scheme of things, little old YouTube channel. It's pretty serious stuff I'm talking about. So I've been taking that very seriously. Even little things like, for example, that some of the crimes that they've openly admitted to, I'll say they're self-confessed, this and that. But as far as the rape allegations, Andrew's never admitted to that, even though I believe he is one. So I've always said alleged victims for those specific crimes. So that's how careful I've been.
At that point, I like what else could you really do? Because if you say, one of the reasons as to why you would say alleged is obviously that means, like, you know, we do not know if he did this per se. I can have my opinions, but he hasn't been convicted of anything, so we have to say like allegedly, obviously. So I'm just confused, because I always thought you were very careful too. I mean, yes, don't get me wrong, we you like to add our opinions in things here and there, but they're literally just that, they're opinions.
That's right, and that's another thing. People can't be sued for opinions. And this is even more amplified when we're talking about public figures here. The roles are reversed, and it's a public figure talking about some guy on Twitter. It's a very different thing. So the standard for public figure is very high. But again, I think they know this and they don't care. They're just trying to shut us up and silence us. And I mean, yeah, I've seen you play those clips on stream of Andrew bragging to Rich Cooper about someone on Twitter and suing them, their dad, saying that they'll be making sure they're paying lawyer fees for the rest of their days.
You can't hide in this world. It took all of 3 minutes to get all the information. And as for litigating his parents, I don't need a reason. You're going to have to defend yourself, regardless. That's the thing about the American legal system. You cannot ignore it. I don't care if it costs me $1 million to take $1,000 out of your bank. You're going to be in court twice a month for the rest of your human years. I don't care. I will sue you for any and every reason forever. And you're going to have to hire lawyers and turn up forever. I will do that. I'm that guy. I'm petty. I'm petty, and I've got a lot of money and a lot of time. So it's not even about guilty. It's not about why. It's just about because I can. It's one of many, many things I was going to do. I'd buy the property next to his father's Airbnb and list it for free. I will bankrupt you. You don't understand the levels I will go to. I'm that guy. And he felt it because people turned up at his door. Once I had his address, but at first I put his street name, then I put his house number. And then when guys turned up at his house, I had to fly some friends of mine from Vegas to LA. Like, I had to spend money on this shit. This took time out of my life. When he looked out the window and saw the SUV, then he starts apologizing on the internet. Like a little bitch. I still might litigate him into the fucking ground. Why not? What else have I got to do? Anybody could run their mouth to me. I could do the same thing to them. I've turned up at dudes' houses before. I put it on Twitter.
Yeah.
I do this.
He's bragged about doing this. So that's what I believe he's trying to do here. Yeah.
Most definitely. That is actually insane. And again, the whole free speech thing, like, to me, in my opinion, it's just very hypocritical, and that's one of the things that bothers me the most. But I'm wondering, so just for the sake of argument, let's say Andrew and Tristan, they actually get convicted at some point. I wonder, like, where does that leave this lawsuit? Like, let's say they go to court, they get convicted, then what?
Well, hypothetically, they could still sue people from jail. So if the judge hasn't thrown it out, then there's no reason why they can't. They could still be filing lawsuits from jail. I mean, we've just seen in the past week they've sued Meta and Facebook for banning. They actually sued the wrong. They sued the wrong Meta, man.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
So they were apparently they signed the terms of service with Meta Platforms Ireland. And it says in Meta's response to them that they sent a letter in June to make sure they know this. I guess because they were insinuating that they were going to sue the main Meta platform, and they went ahead and sued the wrong Meta that doesn't apply to the terms of service they signed and who banned them. So,
oh my. You literally cannot make this up. Wow. No. And also, I'm sorry, if you go against TOS on any platform, any platform has the right to ban you. So the fact that they're even trying to sue for this in the first place is just laughable.
Oh, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I think this is just PR propaganda to
for sure
convince all their little fans they're fighting back against the Matrix and they're going to take it all down. And they've said they're going to sue the BBC for $1 billion and nonsense like this.
Yeah.
So that's all I think this is. Once again, I don't think they believe they have a possibility of winning this lawsuit either. It's all ridiculous.
Hell no. Oh my God. This is just all so laughable. Okay, so and forgive me, because when it comes to, like, you know, a matter like this within the courts, I'm not privy to the process. So, like, where are you guys now, like, within this process? Like, when would you go to court? Are things still getting fleshed out? Like, how does this entire thing work?
So I can explain a bit. One thing I need to be mindful of, though, is I can't go into too much of the process as it's happening now. But one thing I can say has happened is that they try to subpoena X and Elon Musk for all of our details. So our full names for those that are anonymous, because some are, billing details, credit card details.
Whoa.
So they've tried to say, yeah. So as far as when we're crowdfunding and we're having to raise funds for things, that's one thing I can say that we've had to do is try to squash that.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so when they subpoena X, is X even obligated to give them that information?
I'm not 100% sure, so I can't speak on that too much. I don't believe so. And we've even seen, so one thing I posted at the time was that, for example, Elon Musk, back when there was the riots in the UK, I believe, like, the UK, and this is for criminal cases, the UK authorities were trying to subpoena people on X for posting certain things saying they were inciting riots, and he refused them. So I'm like, if you're going to refuse them,
then you should also refuse this.
Yes. Are you going to give my credit card to Andrew Tate or what?
Yeah, right. Like, that would actually be insane, and that, again, that would be very hypocritical to the whole free speech component of X.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Okay, all right. Let's get a little personal here, because I've never asked you this question. I'm surprised that I haven't. But, like, as someone, so I have a little bit of a journalistic background myself. Like, my major in college was mass communications with a concentration in print online journalism. So, like, I know the risks here. And as someone reporting on Tate, like, what kind of pushback or threats have you seen, and how bad has it been?
I mean, lots of pushback.
Yeah.
From Tate's fans and whatnot. Yeah, definitely threats. I've definitely received DMs. And I mean, hey, we've really, not directly, like as in me, but Tate has absolutely threatened us that he's going to sue us and put us in jail and all these things. So Tristan and Andrew were on the stream themselves saying this.
Any of these fake accounts who constantly insult me and spread bullshit, they're also going to be in court for defamation. In 10 years, when this is all over, and I've forgotten about it and moved on, All these people are going to be in court, struggling for their lives, paying legal bills, trying to defend themselves, or endlessly trying to defamate me because I've done nothing wrong.
Of the thousands of viewers joining us around the world, I just know, I have a feeling deep in my soul that we have a few special viewers, Andrew.
Interesting.
A few special viewers who are very important people entwined in the events that have gone on in my life over the last few years. And they're watching this, wondering what I'm going to say. I mean, legally now I can talk about them, I can do all sorts of things. And they're nervous. And I would like to reassure these people, I'm here for one reason and one reason only on today's emergency meeting, to let you know that you don't have to worry about a thing, but you are going to jail. You are going to jail. And for those of you watching, my special viewers who are not going to jail, I'm going to financially bankrupt you. You know that house your mother owns, your father, your uncle, where you live, your business? I'm going to take everything you have. And some of you are in fact going to jail. I just want to remind a few special viewers who I know are watching tonight that you are going to jail, or losing your job, or losing your business and or house. Thank you.
I'll put it this way: all the kind of threats and things that are kind of par for the course when covering people like the Tates, and to an extent, being a YouTuber in general. For me, it's more than made up for by like all the young lads who also reach out to me and say, thanks to not just me, but me, Crown Murders, Milk Bar TV, Common Sense Skeptic, they've realised that they were being fooled and the Tates weren't what they thought they were. And they've gotten on a better path. They've gone back to school, whatever it is. So okay, the more I keep getting those messages, the more, to me, I don't really take the threats very seriously. I mean, certain threats can be more serious, but these are just kids lashing out to me.
Yeah, of course. And I mean, even with just like coverage like this, like out of it, I mean, just being a content creator, just saying something that other people disagree with, like, you're gonna get some sort of pushback. Hell, I got pushback in a lot. I got death threats for saying that Beyonce wasn't as good as everybody thought she was. So I can only imagine what you've been going through with covering Andrew Tate and like his, I don't want to call them a mob, but like his supporters.
Yeah, and they're very, as a demographic, they're very young too. So
that's a shame, and
that's why I keep it with a grain of salt. I might go back and forth with them for a bit of fun, but for the most part, I kind of give them a pass for the most part and just let them be and let them vent.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
and it's so depressing that so many young men are following him because they just look at him as like, I don't know, like the canvas or like the shining example of like masculinity in which you should strive to be in life as a man. Like I think that's a real shame. And with all the coverage that is going on right now, do you think that's like helping his image, or do you think his image is getting a little less prevalent these days?
It's funny you mention that. That's a talking point I get a lot from his fans. Of, you're just doing free marketing for him, you're making him more famous, or you guys have just made him more popular. From what I've observed, one, just from seeing his posts and their actions and things, but also I've at times had sources that have been inside the real world, inside their school, and seeing what's going on in there. So from all this that I've seen, their following, their subscription base, everything has just absolutely dwindled, and this is a positive. Yeah. Okay. Like, they claim to have 200,000 kids like members in Hustlers University. In the real world, that's just a joke. They would be lucky to have 10,000.
Damn, I did not realize it was decreasing like that rapidly. Interesting. And you know what? Go ahead.
Sorry, I was going to say, I think the biggest mistake they made, well, there's a number of things that, for example, their rug pulls and things cost them a lot of fans, but I reckon the biggest F up they made was going to the US and thinking that all the US like conservatives and MAGA and Trump voters were going to roll out the red carpet for the Tate brothers, and all that happened was that demographic of the US learnt more about what these guys were, what they're charged with. They started seeing clips of Andrew and Tristan talking about underage girls. they saw the video of Andrew with Vivian with the belt, and this just destroyed them. I think this just really destroyed their credibility and their reputation with the demographic that they want to capture. So that was, for me, I think the biggest backfire they've had.
Interesting, because like that's honestly, that's a good point, because to be fair, I feel like their train of thought made sense, because I thought they would have that audience in their backing too, like the entire right wing political spectrum. I thought everybody was going to hop on the Andrew Tate train, especially when he was able to come to America and visit. So the fact that he received so much pushback, like especially from like Ron DeSantis, like that was insane to me.
It's pleasing, really, the fact that this isn't a political issue.
Right.
As much as they want to make it one, it's not. And I think that's what we saw. We saw, like, it doesn't matter if someone's voted for Trump or whoever.
Mm-hmm.
People don't like people that mess with kids or
True.
do the things that they've alleged to have done. So they found that out the hard way, I think, and ever since then they've gone to Dubai a few times. I don't think anyone's really cared or paid attention. Tristan tried to launch his tequila with some cringe ads that he posted on Twitter, and in my opinion, based on what I've learned about the laws in Dubai, illegally advertise alcohol in Dubai. And funnily enough, hasn't mentioned that again for a while.
God, okay, golly. I didn't know about the tequila situation, though. He really tried to launch his own tequila. Wow.
Yeah. So he must have teamed up with someone who made some tequila and put his brand on it, and he put out these just cringe ads, just pretending like, you know what he's like. He thinks he's like a James Bond figure. It was really funny. And then I had people in Dubai in my DM saying, you know what he's doing is illegal. You know that you're not allowed to advertise alcohol in Dubai, and we can see the landmarks that he's in Dubai at hotels in Dubai. Doing alcohol advertising, and that's like criminal charges in Dubai.
Oh no! So
these idiots, they can't help themselves.
No. So now I'm also confused, because I'm wondering. I'm like, do they understand these laws and they just don't care, or the opposite? Like, are they all? Yeah, like, do they understand the laws and they don't care, or are they just, like, completely oblivious?
It's really hard to say. It's because definitely Andrew and Tristan just follows Andrew's lead. So
Sure.
I think he just cannot look ahead of, like, what's the most beneficial thing for me right now? Like, what's going to make me money at this exact moment? What's going to get me attention? What's going to get some kids thinking I'm sounding cool? And he just doesn't think, so that's where he gets caught up in all these lies all the time as well, because he just can't think as outside of that box. That's what I see. I'm not really sure. Like, I'm not really sure if they understand some of these things are allegedly, in my opinion, illegal.
Yeah, sometimes when a lot of this news breaks, I really wonder, because some people are probably just saying, oh, they don't care about the laws or the rules, but I don't know, but something is telling me that they genuinely might be oblivious, because why would you want this unwanted attention and these unwanted issues? It just doesn't make any sense.
Well, it's really, yeah, and to do the things they've done and talk so much openly about it on streams back when he didn't have as big of a platform, and then be like, all right, now I'm going to get famous after I've done all this. It's a strange, it's a bizarre strategy. So yeah, again, I don't know. I think it's just something wired in his brain that just cannot make him see beyond what is going to make me money right now, what is going to get me what I want in this exact moment. Not thinking about the future consequences, not thinking about what he's done or said in the past that will make him look stupid as he's saying these things. It's just, he just gets this tunnel vision, and it's hard. It gets very blurred, I'd say, to answer your question. The lines are very blurred with all that.
Yeah, at that point, I would really have to agree. Another Something else that I was wondering. So there are a lot of people that view your content, and a lot of people may even be like moved in certain ways, because there are people who, not saying that not saying that Andrew and Tristan have been convicted of anything. All this is alleged, but there are individuals out there who maybe have experienced like some sort of like, you know, DV situation. They have been assaulted by a partner, or, you know, something involving kids. Like, there are a lot of people out here that could be like moved that you are reporting this and you're trying to like expose certain things. Like, so what advice would you give somebody else that's looking to make like your type of content and to cover the things that you are covering?
Well, the first thing that comes to my mind as I'm immediately is be very careful, be very deliberate. Don't rush anything, as in don't rush to put out anything.
I like that advice. Don't rush.
But yeah, that's just the first thing that comes to my mind, because that's something I'm constantly having to think about. Like, there's lots of things I could have shared that could have got me lots of clicks that I've left, I've avoided, whether it wasn't going to be the best thing for a certain investigation, or whether it wasn't going to be the best thing for the source that was delivering it to me, and it could compromise them. I won't ever burn anyone who's given me information either.
I hear you.
So I don't know. Yeah, that's just very important to. I don't know. The more serious things you're covering, the more careful and the more deliberate and the more responsible you have to be.
Very true. And I like which.
And you still might get sued, and you still might get sued anyway.
Yeah, very true. I mean, very true. So I guess if you're gonna create this type of content, be aware. I mean, I've been threatened to. I've been, people have threatened to sue me like a lot. Probably like now 3 times within just this year. But I really like what you said when you said, you know, just be careful. Think about what you report on. Just because something should get you clicks, it doesn't necessarily mean that you should report on it. Because for one, you should do your due diligence to make sure that something is true, something is confirmed, or if more credible sources than rather just yourself are also reporting on this. So I think that people should most definitely do their due diligence. But you're absolutely right. This comes with a large risk. Like, you still can be sued.
Yeah. All you can do is just do everything you can. Fact check everything you can. Like, there's a lot of fact checking that goes on before I might post something, and I'm speaking for myself because I don't want to implicate it. Like, there's other people reporting on this stuff that do a really good job, but I don't want to
Sure.
if I say something that gets me in trouble, I don't want to implicate them. But yeah, there's a lot of fact checking that's going on. There's this too, right? I'm very confident that I've had people from the Tates team trying to share me information, hoping that I'd rush out and share something that was incorrect.
Really?
I'm sure that's happened. I'm very sure that's happened, like multiple times. I've gotten things that if this was real, this would be like a scoop. I try to verify it, they go quiet.
Wow. That is very dirty. Oh man.
Yeah.
Basically trying to feed you information so that you could look stupid, essentially.
Yeah. So when I'm saying that's why one of the first thing that comes to mind is be careful. This is why. So when you're covering serious topics, definitely, but when you're covering people that operate the way the Tates do, even more so.
For sure. And you know what? I'm wondering what was the tipping point for them to say, okay, we are going to sue all of these content creators. This is just a hunch for me, but I feel like when you guys started to report more on Hustlers University, I feel like that was the straw that broke the camel's back. I could be wrong, but I mean, let me know your thoughts. Like, what do you think was like just that tipping point?
That's an interesting theory because again, covering Hustlers University has been a lot of my thing. Like, for example, Crayon Murders is just a weapon at covering court documents and explaining those in a really good to understand way. But I've been covering that's kind of really got my interest in covering the Tates and starting my YouTube channel, really. But what I think might be along the lines of what you're suggesting is, so I think since mid last year, the Tates moved away from what was, in my opinion, a pyramid scheme model, where they were reliant on the affiliate system of getting members to clip up videos with links to recruit new members. I think they were, for whatever reason, whether they're feeling the heat or whatever it is, they moved away from that model. They launched Daddy Coin. They started promoting all these other crypto coins, one being the real world token that was meant to make all of the students rich, that still doesn't exist. But the thing is, and that's where my channel really blew up too, was around that time. The Lamborghini thing with that clown who,
oh my
quote
god,
unquote, that was when my channel blew up, around those videos.
Are you Justin?
Yeah.
What's going on, man? Here,
Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious right now?
Is Justin watching the stream?
Maybe.
Oh my god, bro! Are you fucking kidding?
Surprise!
Bro, look at that, man! I'm fucking shaking and shit.
Man, congratulations.
Congratulations, bro.
You deserve it.
Oh my god!
And I'm putting these videos out directly after they're streaming these things, so my videos don't take long to make. I'm not an expert editor or anything like that. And yeah, those videos were getting like over 100,000 views, some of those around that time.
Jesus.
So they're doing these schemes. I'm putting out this video, it gets 100,000 views, and their fans are seeing it. And I'm getting comments of like, yeah, man, I used to think Tate was great. I used to think he cared about me. So there might be something to what you're saying, that since they've pushed more into, in my opinion, scamming their current members repeatedly and milking them dry.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, in my opinion. I think that that's where, yeah, that it's they don't want their members seeing this.
Wow. Oh man. Yeah, see, and I don't know what you just said, that kind of confirms it for me, because I mean, don't get me wrong, like I feel like when it comes to, cuz I don't just report on Tate, like I talk about multiple things, and my coverage on Tate has never gotten obviously like that big. So when the more views that you got, like the more of the people that were in, you know, your comments, I'm sure they were probably sending all of this back to him, and the fact that you guys, you know, obviously kept reporting on what was going on. So that has to be the case. I really can't see any other reason as to why they would feel like they should sue you guys, which honestly, it, in a weird way, you could be a little flattered, because they, at this point, they probably view you as a threat.
Definitely. I mean, yeah, definitely. It's also very interesting to me that they, and this kind of says a lot to me as well, that they haven't gone after or included some of the people with very large platforms and resources who've criticized them, like Coffeezilla, like Ben Shapiro, people like this. So why not? Why have they included people on Twitter that some have like less than 1,000 or maybe a couple of thousand followers on Twitter, instead of Coffeezilla, who he was yelling and screaming at and telling all his fans to email him and leak his email address to call Coffeezilla gay? Why didn't he include Coffeezilla? Not that I think he should include Coffeezilla.
I did not know that he even did that to Coffeezilla in the first place. What? When was this?
Oh man, let me find that video. Play that on.
Jesus Christ. So he so basically he wanted his fans to email Coffeezilla just to call him gay. But going back to what you said, like you're right though. I mean, in my opinion, it seems like they don't want to go after bigger creators, because they know bigger creators probably have the time and resources to go back and forth with them, and it won't go anywhere. So in my opinion, it seems like they're just trying to pick on the quote smaller channels or the little guys, whatever.
Exactly. I mean, why wouldn't they include Coffeezilla? If he was that upset, and I just sent you the video if you wanted to show it on stream.
Sure.
If he's uploading a video yelling and screaming and spitting about Coffeezilla, and saying he's lying about him, why didn't he include him? It's because, yeah, he's got the money and the resources and the platform to defend himself.
This little breakdown.
Sure. Let me play this really quick.
Coffeezilla is a bitch. This is my statement to you, Coffeezilla. You're a fucking pussy. I guarantee I drink more coffee than you, meaning you're a fraud to begin with. You're doing this little breakdown, this investigation. You just emailed me in a homosexual tone saying, oh, I want to ask questions about this coin.
What is emailing somebody in a homosexual tone? What does that even mean? What is a homosexual tone? Did he add like extra Y's or something? Hey, you're reaching out just trying to get a comment. Like, what are you talking about?
I think that's code. That's code for asking questions I don't want to answer.
Right.
An investigation into the fact that meme coin prices go up and down, and all the retards and the real.
Okay. Oh my god.
I agree with you. Of course they go up and fucking down. It's meme coins. Nobody cares. I'm not Logan Paul. I'm not somebody who is already hated and everyone's looking for a reason to jump on the bandwagon. I'm built different. I'm loved. Nobody likes you. Nobody's scared of your fucking investigation. Your emails sound.
He said nobody likes Coffeezilla. Nobody is afraid of his investigation. If that was the truth, you wouldn't be making this video in the first place.
Exactly.
Gay. I accidentally leaked your email address. Now everyone's calling you fucking gay.
I accidentally leaked. Get the fuck out of
I
here.
regret nothing I've ever done. Suck my daddy to the fucking moon. Patriarchy's being restored. Once I bust this case for sex trafficking, keep your fucking sister and mother away from me, or they'll end up working. I am built different. Coffeezilla. I don't give a fuck about your video. I don't respect your journalism. I remember when you said the real world was a scam. It's actually a scam because for $49 you learn how to make money. One guy only made $400. What, someone paid $49 and made $400 and you called it a scam? You're a dipshit. We're now the largest online educational platform in the world. You haven't mentioned us since. You've shut up since then while you're begging for money, selling
Gadget, this man is unhinged.
hats, trying to afford your lawsuit.
He's I don't think he's well. No.
Oh, something is wrong.
You're fucking poor. The real world's not a scam. Daddy's not
Crazy.
scam.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Really
He just
scam.
He won't.
he just loses it.
Yeah.
I'm a real
Why does he keep dropping the hard ER? I don't understand.
You're a pussy. Fuck your
Because
investigation.
it's based, man.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
In fact, for
So
every
stupid.
single person who can show me they have emailed Coffeezilla and called him gay, I will buy Daddy. And for every single
What the
dislike
fuck?
on his upcoming bullshit expose, I'll buy more Daddy. Every single thumbs down, every single email to this pussy ass DNG results in me buying Daddy coin and inflating the price to the moon. We're gonna win. Coffeezilla's broke. Don't f with Tate. I'm built different. That's my statement.
Okay, he said all of that, and you're meaning to tell me he did not go after this man? Wow. Yeah, that says a whole lot.
Interesting, isn't it?
Very interesting how that works. Coffeezilla got that man this irate, and I'm sorry. Like, I've had people make videos about me. I've had people disagree with me. I've had people say so much crazy shit about me. I never, 9 times out of 10, I will not respond. I mean, to be fair, I'll only respond if you have a little clout and it's going to make sense content-wise, but that's really about it. Like, it's not going to bother me. So the fact that you even responded in the fashion that you did, you care. You can't say Coffeezilla is this and that. You obviously are hurt. Wow.
Yeah, when someone's like yelling and screaming and spitting about how much they don't care, I think they care a lot.
Yes. I never yelled and screamed when I didn't care. That didn't make any sense. I didn't sue anybody when I didn't care.
No.
But that's just my opinion. Yeah. That's all I'm gonna say about Tate. Gadget, is there anything else that you wanted to get out there, you wanted people to know? I did put your Gibson Go in my attached I attached it in my comments on my YouTube channel for you. So yeah, just if there's anything else that you want the people to know, anything else that you have to say, just let us know.
Thanks, man. Yeah, if anyone can donate, that'd be great. I mean, like I said, we're all regular people. I'm physically disabled. That's why I ended up starting making YouTube and wasn't able to work anymore.
Sorry to hear that,
we're all
bro.
regular. That's all right, man. That's all right. I mean, it all happened for a reason, I guess. But
For sure.
So yeah, if anyone can donate, and even if you can't share on social medias, keep it in your mind. But the main thing as well is that like the most important people in this story isn't Gadget or us. It's the women and girls who the Tates have allegedly hurt, and also the lads who they are allegedly ripping off and misleading as well. So there's women that are bringing Tate to court that are crowdfunding as well. I'll be sharing that on my page. But yeah, I think we all need to keep that in mind as well. That this isn't all about us. It's about, okay, I'll put it this way: the Tates have people that help them attack. I can say very confidently, lie about and slander the women who they've allegedly hurt,
Right.
like Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, Patrick Bet-David, people like this. We don't have that platform. We do have, in my opinion, the truth that we can use. If Tate silences us, then these women can't, for their own safety, I believe, speak out themselves. So we have to have their back, and I'll continue to have their back. And if any of them happen to be listening to this, I will continue to have your back.
I couldn't agree more, man. Yo, thank you so much. Everybody put W Gadget in the chat. If you guys can give anything to the Gibson, go. I mean, him and other content creators will greatly appreciate it, but just W Gadget, we appreciate you, dog.
Thanks, Watts. Yeah. Thank you, and appreciate the support from you and your audience over the many months, almost years now.
Yeah.
So thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course. I appreciate you, bro. Just thank you so much for all of the content that you provided me when it came to like making certain videos. Like I appreciate it, dog. But yeah, you got my support, man. Let me know if you need anything else, and I got you, bro.
Thanks, man. We'll chat soon.
All right. Talk to you soon.